Something we've been covering for a while here is the distance between the rhetoric from Democrats about what an existential threat certain Republicans are to democracy and their practice of propping some of the most fringe extremist Republicans up in Republican primaries to the tune of millions of dollars, with the expectation that maybe, these ones who are the furthest on the fringe will be easiest to defeat in November. So Vice President Kamala Harris was actually grilled about exactly this practice by Chuck Todd, and she didn't have a lot to say about it. Let's take a listen.
When you see the Democratic Party and some parts of the party funding ads to promote some of these election deniers in primaries, whether it's Michigan, the high-profile race there, Illinois, Colorado, New Hampshire, it looks like a little bit cynical. And the president went out of his way to say there are good Republicans here. Should you leave the good Republicans alone in a primary? Is the Democratic Party making a mistake here by those people could win if you're not careful?
I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell people how to run their campaigns. I ran in terms of statewide office.
Would you have done this? Would you have done this? Is this something you'd be comfortable with?
I'm not going to tell people how to run their campaigns, Chuck. I ran for a statewide for Attorney General, re-election, won both times, for Senate, won that race. And I know that it is best to let a candidate, along with their advisors, let them make the decision based on what they believe is in the best interest of their state.
What does that even mean? Yep.
It means nothing, as usual. It means absolutely nothing. I mean,
they have no defense.
There is no defense.
Right.
There is no defense of it. Either it's an existential threat and we have to do everything we can to stop it, or it's not. And very clearly, based on what, not just these Democratic candidates, a lot of outside Democratic aligned groups that have been spending money to prop up these candidates, okay, so, and I think there was even DCCC, direct Democratic Party money that was going into some of these primaries as well, because I seem to remember Sean Patrick Maloney
that's right.
having to defend exactly that. One of the most egregious examples was they had a dude who literally voted for Trump's impeachment over January 6th in, Michigan, right? And they spent money to defeat him with this guy who's a total election denier. And I mean, so you can't defend it. You can't defend it based on sort of the rhetoric that they have been using. Now, what I've seen Sean Patrick Maloney saying is basically listen, they're all bad, and so we got to win, and that's the most important thing. Okay, make that case, but she just completely dodges here.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. At least do what Pelosi did. She's like, no, we did it, and it's because we want to win, and we think that will. Or I think James Carville did that too.
Yeah,
he was like, that's what it do. It's called politics. It's like, she doesn't even have the cynical nature enough, which she clearly believes. She's like, no, I stand by it 100%, and just spouts literal gobbledygook, which is why she is just so awful at this.
Indeed.
Truly.
Indeed.
Right. We'll see you guys later.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.